Today is Veterans Day, a day for reflection and appreciation of our veterans. And so joining me this morning is Vincent J. Russo with another segment of In the Legal Know to discuss benefits that are available for veterans and their surviving spouses, as well as his involvement with the Wounded Warrior Project. Vincent, welcome back to the program. Thank you so much for being with us today.
It's great to be here on Veterans Day and talk about the benefits for veterans. We need to support them. And their families.
Right. And you know, we know they've sacrificed so much, right? And so why don't you go ahead and let's get us started here, talk so much about the veterans and what benefits are available to them.
All right. Let's talk about what I call the hidden benefit, which is aid and attendance. This is a benefit for a veteran who is disabled at home or in a nursing home or assisted living facility. And it's a monthly stipend. So this is really important. It's money that goes directly to them so they can use it to pay for care and living expenses. Mm-hmm. Let's look at how much the maximum amount is monthly. If you're a single veteran, it's $2,358. Married veteran, you get more, $2,795. If you're a two-veteran married couple, it goes up to $3,740. What's really interesting, though, is that if the veteran passes, their widow is entitled to a veteran's benefit, aid and attendance if they meet the requirements, and that's $1,515. That's the maximum amount. There's a formula, and depending on what other income they have, that amount can be reduced.
And every little bit counts, right? And especially, you know, for those who are retired and living on a fixed income. Are there medical requirements that it allows someone to be eligible for this?
Yes, for this program, there are medical requirements. So first, you have to meet one of these prongs. Need assistance with activity of daily living. So someone who needs to help you with feeding, dressing, going to the bathroom, adjusting a prosthetic device, or if they're bedbound, they spend the majority of their time in bed because of a physical or mental disability, they're residing in a nursing home, or if they have limited eyesight. So if you meet one of those prongs, then we move on to another test, which is the financial.
Okay, yeah. Tell us about it. I just wanted, before you do that, I mean, so I'm interested about the whole nursing home aspect because I thought, you know, that does that benefit still go to the person if they're in a nursing home, or does that go right to the nursing home?
Yeah, it's a benefit that they're entitled to receive, and that's unlike Medicaid.
Right.
So that's why it can be a little confusing.
Okay, so tell us about some of the financial requirements.
Sure. So there's also a asset and income test, and it's complicated. I'm sorry, I don't understand why. So one cannot have a net worth of over $155,355. That's excluding the residence, the value of the home. That number is going to go up a few $1,000s come December 1st. If you have assets and give them away within 3 years, then you're subjected to a penalty, and it's up to 5 years, the penalty. So there needs to be some planning if someone has more significant assets. The income test is really complicated. And so it's a matter of looking at the maximum benefit, and then you subtract what's called household income, but then you can add back your medical expenses, and then there's a deductible. So this is not for the the sane and calm person who's just trying to get through this. You really need to get advice on working through that formula.
Yeah, this is where you come in, right? So what would you suggest as far as the whole planning process for this? Because you can't wait until you're absolutely need this, right?
Right. So, you know, there are resources out there, accredited professionals who can discuss these veteran benefits with you, or see the elder law attorney. There's a particular strategy that's very helpful. It's called the Asset Protection Trust, the Veterans Asset Protection Trust, where you can put assets and income into that trust, and it allows those assets and income to be protected and not disqualify you for eligibility, but you have to do it in advance.
Right. Yeah. And so therefore, it like I said, it just takes all this planning and forethought. What about the surviving spouse? Anything more about what they need to do, or?
Well, yeah, just that there are a couple rules on being eligible. You have to be single. You have to be married at the time your veteran passes away, your spouse. You have to be single when you're applying for the benefit, and you have to meet the medical and financial requirements. And there are some exceptions, like everything else, to help that surviving spouse.
And tell us about this new law that was and it's being enacted this year and named for Elizabeth Dole, I guess, right?
Yeah. So I'm going to give you the title because it's a long one.
Okay.
Senator Elizabeth Dole, 21st Century Veterans Healthcare and Benefits Improvement Act.
Okay.
All right. And here are some benefits. They've expanded the amount there that one can be eligible for if you're at home and need nursing home care. We've expanded access to caregiver support. There's more information and improvements in access for community care. Mental health is a real focus. I mean, suicide, veterans in crisis. So there are more services now, money being put in to provide those services for the veterans, and expanding dental care. So all good steps to help the veterans who so deserve this support.
Yeah, and as we're talking, we're thinking, I think, the general assumption is these are older people, but veteran means anyone who, has served, and in particular, the Wounded Warrior Project is something you've been involved with. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, a great love. I mean, really incredibly actively involved in what's called the Independence Program by the Wounded Warrior Project, and it's for veterans who are after 9/11 veterans who need help. And it's not necessary that the disability be combat related. So it could be a veteran who then comes down with Parkinson's or ALS or muscular dystrophy. And so this program is incredible. It looks at the most vulnerable wounded warriors who are disabled, roughly 800 as the initial group. And the concept was to provide them with a life care plan. So that would be accessing veteran benefits, analyzing other government benefits, providing legal advice, providing financial advice. So it's a continuum of care and services for the veteran and the caregiver. Fantastic program. If you're a veteran that would meet those requirements, contact the Wounded Warrior Project.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to share with us? Any other things that might be available that veterans should be looking into?
Sure. Let me just go quickly through the resource list. So the Veterans Regional Office, they're terrific. Accredited attorneys or agents. There are a number of service organizations available at no cost. The Elder Law Attorney and the Veterans Hotline at 1-800-827-1000. And we've got a veterans guide, complimentary guide you can download from our website at vjrussolaw.com.
Well, Vincent, it's always great to have you, and especially today on this Veterans Day, to talk about the specific ways in which we can continue to support those who have served our country. So thanks so much for being with us today, Vincent.